I figured I'd just dance a little longer. You know, the beat is so dope.
I know.
What's going on out there, fam? What is good with you? Always good to be here.
Yes.
Another
episode.
Monday evening. So excited to be here. Folks are buzzing on my phone and whatnot. And we're live. We literally
Go ahead and share.
Yes.
Let people know we are live, y'all. Tell them to come on.
Tell them to come on over. We wanna hang out with y'all tonight. We wanna hang out with y'all tonight. 7 p.m. So I'm about to share this joint on my platforms as well.
You were about to say something, and I stopped.
We literally just, like, not even a full hour ago, just finished an interview with Unscripted.
Yeah.
And that was dope.
That was really a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Really cool. And the episode on their platform literally just finished, y'all.
That's what I was getting ready to say as well. Like, it just finished, and we're so excited about all that we have going on here. How many of y'all on the live tonight? I see a couple hanging out on YouTube. I see a couple more hanging out on LinkedIn. Go ahead and let us know in the chat.
On Facebook. Say hi, y'all. Come on. Remember, we're doing a new thing on the episode.
Yes, indeed.
We are going to be shouting out you guys.
Shouting
and your
you
businesses.
out.
So put
I'm looking
on there your business. What's and who you are and
Yes.
where you're watching from.
And where you're watching from. Your business, where you're watching from, who you are. Your business, where you're watching from, who you are. I'm about to go type in the chat right now. Micah Flemings.
Hey,
What's
Micah?
going on? POTG, preaching of the gospel. What's going on, sir? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Incubators Couch is live, and we're excited about it. Let us know in the chat your business name, where you're watching from, and who you are.
And while you're typing that, we're going to tell you what Incubators Couch is. If this is your first time watching,
Yeah.
it is unscripted, vulnerable conversations with entrepreneurs and business owners just like you. So if you're a business owner or a client, this show is for you because we got a mix of different things on here. We've got a host rant. That's my favorite part, where we get to vent. We get to rant about a terrible client. Well, not really, but different things that you face in the business. And then we are going to have a resource of the week, which is something that, a tool, a resource that we have found beneficial for us as a business. And finally, the best part. The best part. The therapy session with a business owner. And today we have Gianna Snell with Gianna Snell Photography, y'all.
Photographers Unite.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, y'all. Your boy Micah said he's watching in the bedroom. I don't know. I don't know why that detail was.
That's just showing he is relaxed.
Listen, my man is.
This is his TV show, which I am good with.
Yeah, I feel it. Okay, I see it now because I'm like,
his
all right, you got the
TV
leg up,
show.
you
That's
know,
what's
you
up.
chilling. My sister from another mister is on the live.
Hey,
She's not.
Danita.
She hasn't said her business name and where she's watching from.
What's your business?
But what's good? I'm glad that you're back as well. She said, I'm so glad to be back live with you all. I've had to get my fill on the replays. I'm so excited about that. Man, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. We want to shout out businesses, y'all. In the chat, we want to shout out your businesses. Let me tell you this. We got a chance to interview somebody that's going to be coming up in another episode, and they're also local. There's just so many dope businesses, and you just never can tell. We want to make sure that this space is a space where you can shout out your business. Give people the little 5-second spiel or pitch or whatever it is that you give them. We want to make sure you guys get a chance to do that in the chat as well. All right. With that said, I mean,
I think we should get into the rant.
I mean, we should, but I was hoping to get a couple of comments.
Well, we can come back to
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
We'll
That's
get
true.
into the
That's
rant.
true. Host rant. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was only on LinkedIn. It's on the screen as well. Let's add it.
Show it.
Let's add it to the screen.
We have Danita Jones of Productions by
Danita Jones.
You know I'm right.
You know I'm right.
I love that name so good.
Watching from Madison, Alabama. Shout out Danita. Hey, y'all. Shout out Danita. We shouting out Danita tonight. And we are shouting out Productions by Danita Jones, man. She does some phenomenal work.
Yes, she does.
I just want y'all to know that. She does some phenomenal work. But with that said, we're going to dive into our host rant. We are so excited about that. And host rant, here we come.
Oh, that was quick.
It's just as quick. It's the same length. No, they're all 7 seconds.
That seems a little faster.
No, they're all 7 seconds.
I barely looked down anywhere. We were back.
Oh yes. So the host rant for this week. I'm letting her kick it off because I got a lot to say.
I forgot what it was.
Oh no.
What was the host rant?
I can't just say it. So if I'm gonna kick it off, let me do what I do.
We got so many. Y'all.
Let me
I
say
forgot.
this. The point of being in business
Got it.
is for people to come to your business so they can gain access to the services you provide
Or
or products that you sell. I'm going to repeat. The point of being in business is so that people can gain access to the products you sell or the services you provide. And it is impossible for them to gain access to said services or those products if you're not open for business. Tonight's host rant, there are some business owners out there.
It's not even open for business. Like, you're not acting, you're not moving like you want the business.
I'm trying to send you business, and it's almost like I'm pulling you along.
Like, do you want the business
Do you
or not?
want business?
Do you want the
Like
business?
Incubators, real talk. Let's be honest for a second here. Do you want the business or not? Because somebody's gonna refer. If you set yourself up as a business, you know what you should not be surprised about? Somebody coming to your business for you to serve
for
them.
the business.
For the business. You shouldn't be surprised that somebody would refer someone to you for the business you said you
that
do.
You provide. I've got an example, y'all.
Here we go.
And this joint annoyed me so much. I reached out to this person, this business, because I want to get like a banner done, some tablecloths. Vistaprint is who I typically use, but I'm like, I want to support a business in Huntsville. So I reached out to them. He responded right away. So I said, can you give me a quote on these specifications? Crickets. One day went by, 2 days went by.
What is going on?
A week went by, and I purposely did not say anything because I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Day 10, I'm like, okay, let me just poke him, see what's going on. And this is on Facebook Messenger. Dude comes back soon after I message him, and he says, oh, it was in the drafts. It didn't send. Facebook Messenger does drafts? Does it?
Drafts.
And then, my message to him was, I take it you were busy, but, thank you for your time. That's all I said. And he had the nerve to come back on about that. I am busy. I was like, oh, really? I am busy. Oh, so you are too busy for my business. Well,
you should
no,
close.
thank you, sir. I'm good.
You should close down. Sometimes I just be like, what's going on? Why are you making it difficult for people to actually give you business?
Like, I'm trying to give.
That's mind-boggling.
That alone would have been a good $500.
Easily.
And he didn't want it. So I was like, well, I'm taking it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something that, people don't like. I was trying to support a Black-owned business.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why it makes it very difficult for me to support our own, because they don't know how to function properly. They don't know how to do business well. And yes, I took my money elsewhere.
So what I'll say, so that we don't get canceled, is that it's not a generalization.
No, it's not.
But unfortunately, our experience leans heavy towards us not getting the quality from the business when it's our own businesses. And here's the thing that you need to know. We continue to patronize our own businesses even with a very terrible track record. we still come. We're like, we're gonna give them a try. We treat everybody.
We try.
We treat everybody fair. You get a blank slate. But once you burn us, we're done. And that's the thing is like, in this instance, your boy didn't even get a chance to burn us because he wouldn't even allow us to give him the business we were giving him. I mean, Florence says it in the chat. Not really in business then.
Not really in
You're
business.
not really in business.
Not.
No. Listen. If she says, even if he could not take the project, he could have referred you to someone credible. Or he could have been like, listen,
I'm so sorry.
It's right now. My turnaround time right now is like 4 months, and I'm pretty certain that that's a little too long for you. I just got a couple of things ahead of you, major projects that I'm trying to complete. So, can I refer you to someone else, or are you in a rush? Is this a tight timeline? There's so many ways that you can handle that. But what you don't do is making a little lame excuse about it being in the draft folder, and then be like, yeah, I'm busy.
Don't come with attitude, yo.
Okay, come on. Yeah, because real talk, here's the other piece. If your boy had come back and been like, man, let me just keep it a stack.
Real.
I totally forgot about this.
Yes.
I'd have taken that too.
I would have taken that. I would have been way more willing to be like, oh, no worries. It happens. We're business owners.
Yeah, we know.
But if you come back on some attitude joint, I'm done. I'm moving on to the next person.
I'm done. Yeah. Danita says, I have been in business that I have been the business that didn't realize I didn't send the message. I start with an apology and a discount. It's my fault. I own it. Danita, we have missed you. That right there.
That's good.
Because, and this is what I'm trying to say. It's not like we don't know. This is our rhythm. This is our regular. We're business owners. So you know how it gets. It gets hectic. And let me tell you something. Keep it up with email. That's a full-time job. I have to pencil that in on the calendar. And sometimes even when I put in an hour for email, I don't have enough time to respond to all of them. It's a whole job by itself. That's why the VA is so critical. But it gets under the skin because when you go around, especially if you do any networking and you're telling people, this is my business, this is what I do, this is the service that I provide, this is what makes us a cut above the rest, this is what allows us to provide you with a stellar and superior service, boom, I'm with you, let's go. And then it's like, wow, that turned left so quickly. And that's not, to me, I just don't feel like that's not the look that we want. Yeah, email keeping it up is a full-time job. You better preach.
I get excited when I get my inbox down to like 20. And that's rare, y'all, because I be trying, but it be tough.
OCD, I be trying to get that thing at 0. I try to keep it at 0.
It's tough.
So, but that is our host rant for this week. And we have a resource of the week, and it's a good one. And so let's dive into resource of the week. Oh yes.
I'm prepared, y'all.
Oh yes. I had to count it down this time for her to know. Listen, this week's resource is Google Alerts.
Google Alerts, guys. If you have a business, not necessarily if you have a business, but if you want to keep up with what Google has out there on your business or even a competitor.
Ooh.
Set up these Google Alerts and you will get notified when either something new has popped up about that business or yourself, so you can make sure you get ahead of it. For example, a negative review is posted on some random website. You want to get ahead of it. As soon as it's posted, Google should send you an alert saying, hey, this was posted, go check it out. And it gives you the link that you can go to it directly to see what was said so that you can maybe triage that situation or whatever it is.
One of the things that we talk about at Composition is making your web presence part of the team. And this is one of those, Google Alerts is one of those members of the team type setups, because it is literally going to be out there looking for your stuff.
Yes.
And so this is, talk about what this page is.
So I got this email from Google Alerts, and I think someone had mentioned my name in this post. I didn't get to look at it fully yet. And Google's just telling me you're mentioned here. So click on the link and go and see what's being said.
Boom.
So that you can see exactly what Google is putting out there about you.
Like, you don't want to find, you don't want to find out that somebody is saying something, listen, positive or negative at this point,
True.
without you knowing. Like somebody rolls up on you like, hey man, I saw that post that they did on you for da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, what post are you talking about? Never good.
Especially if you are looking for a job, because I'm sure the people you're interviewing for are gonna go and do a quick search to see what is out there on the World Wide Web about this person. So you might want to go and check and maybe clean up some of that stuff if you can. So
you can. You absolutely
you
can.
Probably can.
Google Alerts is like
clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch.
It will do the job for you.
And you can do multiple keyword searches. So for this one, I have a search for Kanique Mighty. I have one for Kanique Mighty Nugent. I have one for just Kanique. I have one for composition. So you can do a stack of them, and you will get alerted every time something, Google indexes something, and send you a notification.
I'm hoping you guys are checking it out. I'm hoping that you see the alert, the website, I should say, the link on the screen, google.com/alerts. This is a resource not just for your business, but also for your own personal brand too. I mean, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it so that you can actually head off any issues before they become an issue. But with that said, we're excited tonight for our therapy session because we are going to be talking to Gianna Snell and of Gianna Snell Photography, local here to Huntsville, and we are going to dive into that right now. Well, we are excited to be back once again. I know I'm not supposed to be doing the intro, but that's okay. We want to say a word of welcome to our podcast audience. What's going on, fam? We want to say a word of welcome to all those who are watching with us on YouTube as well. And we are excited today to dive into another therapy session.
And today we have Gianna Snell with Gianna Snell Photography.
Come on.
And y'all, she not no small photographer, She not. She famous, y'all.
Receipts. She got receipts. That's what we want y'all to know. Receipts.
Just do a Google search.
Yeah. Steve Harvey. Come on.
Yes.
Photography done gone viral. I'm telling you, in the good way, not the
in the
medical
good way.
The good viral.
But we are so happy to have her with us today,
Absolutely.
And we are waiting to hear. Tell the people what your business is about.
Yeah.
Well, and then we'll later jump into the story.
An idea, but tell us a little bit about the business and some of the things.
Yeah, so I am a portrait photographer here in Huntsville. I have a studio. My specialty, I would say, is families, glamour portraits of women, headshots.
This would be a good time to have our family photos.
I know, right?
Because she's taking our photos. Come on.
Yes. So
we made it into the book. Right?
Yeah, we did.
That's right. And y'all are in the studio, man. I got a display in there. You know, everybody sees the Nugents.
Yes.
But I've been doing photography now for 20 years, and I'm just excited to be able to do what I love every day. Like I have a lot of people who are like, wait, that's an actual career, not a hobby.
Yes.
And I'm so proud and excited to say that it is, because it wasn't always something that as a brown girl that I thought I could make into a career.
Yes.
But I'm glad to be able to do it and to show other younger people like this is something you can do.
Real talk. That's a mouthful. She said, as a brown girl. Come on, Black History Month. As a brown girl. Listen, you can do anything, but that right there, it really wasn't. It wasn't something.
No, I didn't grow up seeing black women studio owners.
That's true.
It was very much a totally different thing that I saw, but it's exciting to be a part of making history.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. So the business is portrait. So help us understand, what are some of the differences between the different photography? So you said family.
And then headshots.
And then there's headshots. And
then glamour portraits.
Glamour portraits.
Yeah.
Like so there's a number of different categories.
Those.
Okay. I'm good on the glamour. Just give me a good headshot. I'm all right. don't know about no glamour. No,
Men
no.
can do glamour too.
No, I'm not
It
doing
probably
that.
won't be called glamour, but you know.
Yeah, maybe we can create a whole new genre.
Yeah,
men's
that's
glam.
Listen,
I don't know.
I don't
Come
know.
on, you never
As
know.
far as I'm concerned, the headshots you just took, because she just did headshots for the church where I serve as media pastor. She just did headshots. So, as far as I'm concerned, those are glamour. And,
No.
so-
No.
no, those things look good.
Yes, they
man.
look great, but they're not glamour. No.
Right.
Yeah. So, how long have you been in business?
I have been in business since 2005.
Man.
That's a long time, y'all.
So 2005, I mean, it's 2024, so you're coming up on 20.
Yeah.
You need to be doing something BIG next
Yes.
year.
You're
For
right.
real,
You're right.
celebrate that.
Celebrate
Yeah.
that. That's
You're
a whole
right.
nother thing we need to talk about
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
our incubators
Yeah,
out there.
because
You
that's
gotta
true. A
celebrate
lot
those
of people,
milestones, man.
a lot of people don't celebrate each year that they're still in business,
That
and
they're
that is
still in
big.
business.
You need to
That
celebrate
they're
that.
still a viable business, a business still
on.
making money. That's
Yeah.
a whole.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
That's a different
something.
category.
Yeah.
Not a shell of a business that you just kind of pull out anytime somebody wants to pay you to
Yes,
do
an
something.
actual
I'm talking about
business.
actual business with
Yeah.
leads and that's good. 20 years? That's
Yeah.
We
phenomenal.
gonna have a
Wow.
party.
There's a category for that.
What?
Because my dad, my dad's been in business, I can't remember how many years now, but they gave him something. St. Petersburg gave him something.
Wow.
Really?
At certain milestones for his business. Yeah.
Oh.
There's something for that. I want to look into that. We're gonna put it in the show notes because we want to. There's supposed to be resources here for our incubators out there. So
I have some ideas.
20 years. First of all,
Almost.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Yes.
golf clap. But man, that is absolutely awesome. In 20 years, it is highly unlikely, dare I say impossible, if not improbable, for you to not have some clientellas.
Oh yes.
Uh,
Oh yes.
Listen, for just a brief moment at the beginning of our business, we did photography.
Like brief.
Very brief moment.
Like one
We
wedding.
did one wedding, we're like, fold, we're done.
White flag.
No.
Hey.
Real.
Nope. So
We
so
were
I,
done.
that one
We were done.
We haven't even told that story. Oh gosh. Okay, but no, there's
Mercy.
I know for a fact you are probably scrolling through the Rolodex.
I know. Like which
Of
one?
Clientzillas right now.
one
Like
should I
which
pick?
one? The Tyrannosaurus?
Oh God.
Maybe the Velociraptor? Which one should I pick? But yeah, but no, we're excited. We're excited to be able to hear. The truth is, we want to set up this moment for those who are watching. Every time you have a issue client or an issue engagement, that's fraught with all kinds. I mean, like you have to take a breath before you pick up the phone. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know those.
Yes.
But these are also opportunities for us to learn, opportunities for us to improve, and opportunities for us to learn some other aspects of business that may not be in our expertise, right? So that's why we hold
Absolutely.
space here at the Incubators Couch
on the couch.
to be able to have these kinds of conversations. So now we've divided the stranger, right? Now you know who she
Yes.
is. We can settle back.
We ready
Got our
now.
clipboard out. Pull the glasses down onto the nose.
My
Now
my.
we're ready for our therapy session. So, Gianna Snell, tell us.
Share.
Share with us a story.
Oh boy. There's actually two stories that I'm kind of like torn between. And I wouldn't even say they were completely clientzillas, but again, like you said, there are things that we can all learn
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are just very forward in sharing or just being difficult.
She's trying to be real nice.
Oh, real nice. But that's okay. That's okay. Set it up.
Well, yeah, so I did this session. I think it was just a photography session around a celebration or a milestone.
Okay.
And so we were doing the session, and I just remember I didn't have an assistant with me. I didn't have anything.
So you're doing
I'm just doing everything
Yeah.
on my
Moving,
own.
adjusting.
I was just starting here in this area,
Okay.
and so you know how it is when you're transitioning, you're moving, and you're
Yes.
still trying to find your team and
Find your
trying to
spaces.
set up everything. And so I'm here by myself and I'm like, I can do this. It's an outdoor shoot. I got this. So I'm doing it, but we need lights. We need all of this. And so I ended up asking them to help carry the equipment, or maybe they volunteer, but I think I asked the gentleman that was a part of the family to help carry it. And then also I think one of the things was we did the shoot, but we didn't go over all of the different packages, poses.
Okay.
The expectations weren't clear on the front end. And so I'm sharing a story that I learned from, right?
That's perfectly fine.
And so I'm thinking we're good. Like I've got great energy during the shoot. We're going over everything after they came to the house to make their selections, and I'm noticing an energy shift. I'm noticing that they're kind of clamming up and just kind of shutting everything down and saying, we'll get back with you. And I got a lengthy email that evening, just detailing like, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, I didn't like this, and I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And I was just like, you just have steam coming out of your eyes, right? Because you spent hours during the shoot, spent hours, prepping the images. And when
you're thinking everything is all good.
Right. I saw the energy shift, but I'm like, okay, we're still, the product is still good. And then there were some complaints about the way the images were cropped and how, we would have wanted to see the full scene of this whole building. And I kind of did more of a zoomed in image. And so there were definitely some things where I was kind of like, okay, let me see what I can receive. But let's just be clear, that first night, I couldn't receive anything.
I
was hot.
Yes.
Okay? I was hot.
I'm sure,
And you have to take time. You got to sleep on that thing. Woosah. Take a moment. Because if you respond right away when you get that type of heated email, it would not be good.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No. And so,
we don't want that at all.
No.
But there's something to be said for taking the moment. Taking the moment. You sometimes have to catch your breath, and then maybe come back to it. Maybe read it with a different pair of eyes or something. I don't know.
Because I had my response. I was like, first of all.
And sometimes it's good to go ahead, type it up.
Yeah.
Because it gets that energy off.
Get it out of you. Yeah.
But then, before you hit send, go back, reread it, fix it up, make it nice, and then you can send it.
Yes. So I had to kind of go point by point because there were some things where I was like, okay, you know what? Me asking you, thank you for letting me know, like, you're coming for this experience. You shouldn't have to, or anybody in your party should not have to help carry a light stand. Now, people offer all the time, but you shouldn't have to do that. And I was like, you know what? From now on, so now when my clients even offer, I'm like, nope, we got it. We got it. Because those are those things you learn. The other thing was, hey, we definitely should have gone over the expectations. So it only takes once for me with the burn. I'm one of those first. I'm a firstborn. I'm the eldest. You only got to burn me once. And I'm like, got it.
That's it.
We're going over everything. Yes. Have you been able to look at the price list? Are we on the same page? Are we moving forward? Because you don't want to have to go through that. Clients have to be educated. They have to know what the investment is. When do I get my pictures? When do you need your deposit? Like everything. And I try to go over it
So they get a full picture of what it is, what they're going to experience, and what it's going to cost.
Right. Nobody wants to come to the end of something and be like, what? Whoa. I didn't know, And so there were things that I needed to learn. But then also, I had them sign a contract. And so one of the clauses in my contract is that the creativity and the presentation of the photograph is solely mine. And if anybody looks at my work, I'm a little bit more of like a person that wants to zoom in on the character, zoom in on who you are. You don't see a lot of wide
when
angles.
They selected you, they should already know your style and be thinking, will she be able to convey what I want?
But the other piece of gold is that you have a contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, for the
Always
contract.
have a contract.
Yes,
All y'all out there
yes.
doing your Cash App,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a contract. Can
Have
I
a
say that one more
contract.
time?
Yes.
Have a contract. That might be the title.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
no.
sometimes it takes situations like this for us to learn.
Yeah.
Let me have a contract,
Yeah.
because people will try to come back and be like, this is not what I,
you
but it's
signed a
like,
contract.
when you're a creative,
Especially as a creative.
yeah, there's room to be creative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a certain perspective, and I always tell my clients, if you see an angle, you have a suggestion, make the suggestion there.
That's true. Don't wait till.
But,
Yeah.
after the fact, and you have to look at the body of work of who you're hiring
Yeah.
too.
That's what I was going to say. It's like
So the look and style.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a resume, your portfolio. These are the things that I've done. These are the types
This
of
is my
shoots.
style.
Yeah.
This is
Like if she does black
yeah.
and white photography, don't come to her saying,
Yeah,
where the
where
color
the color
pictures?
pictures?
right, right.
No.
No.
Like us, we don't do Wix. We don't
No.
do what's the other one?
Squarespace.
We do
don't
WordPress.
that.
WordPress
Yes.
only. And so people come with this stuff. We're like, hey, we got a really good resource for Wix
Yes.
over here. But we
That's
don't
it.
do Wix.
That's it.
So, and
Yeah.
that's so good too, because even within the creativity, there's still freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Right?
gotta have
your-
that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that in order to know that you've come to me, and now
Yeah.
I'm thankful to have clients who are like, hey, I trust your
They
creativity.
already know.
Or they
Yeah.
guide me, hey, do you have a Pinterest board? Do you have,
Yeah.
like give me all the
Yes, give me that
visuals,
stuff beforehand.
show me
Yes.
what
That's good.
you're looking for. And I ask clients that every time now. And some of them are like, I don't know. I'm coming to you. And I'm like, perfect.
You tell me.
But then some people, they've been planning this for a year. Like they have a
Wow.
very specific
They got
vision.
a shot list. Like, I want
Yes.
this,
And
this,
I'm
this,
like,
this.
bring it here. We're going to make it our own. But hey, I want to see what you're
Yeah,
seeing.
yeah.
Like what are you wanting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
there's a with creative work. I do this with videos for clients, and it's sometimes, man, you can't it's both. So at the beginning part, it's setting that expectation, but I want to hear what that goal line looks like.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
Exactly. So, and I'll try to repeat that stuff back to them. So if we did something that looked kind of like this, no. I need to know, because
Yes,
once
it's
we
not
start getting to
gonna
that edit,
Yeah.
oh man,
It's hard to
Very
undo.
wrong.
Yes.
And once we get a couple hours into editing,
Yeah.
I mean, now we're a couple hours into editing. So anything that I
Yeah.
have to do from here going forward is still more hours of editing.
Yes.
Yeah,
You got to
no.
pay for the hours of editing.
Right,
So
right.
it's really difficult. And,
Yeah.
and I try to say that up front as well, because I have been burned as my God. You try and say that up front, like, hey, help me
Yes.
understand, because once we start to edit, I
Yeah.
mean, if we spend 2 hours editing something that you don't like, we still spent 2 hours editing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
It saves
that
it
time.
saves you both on
Yeah.
each end
Yeah.
to not have to deal with that frustration. Just be
Yeah.
very clear.
So how did it land?
Oh yes, yes.
So one of the other frustrating things about this client, and I'll share how it landed, was they were very disrespectful of boundaries. So around the time, that we were kind of working through this, my grandfather passed away, which was, that was my heart. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, what in the world? My world got rocked. We're, funeral. And so this person just keeps calling, like literally they were blowing me up while I was in the funeral. And I had kind of explained like, hey, this has
Wow.
happened. I need a week to kind of just work through some things. And they just kept on calling.
Yeah, that's
And
inconsiderate.
so that, there were just certain things like, okay, thank you. There are definitely things we can improve on. But also,
Yeah.
let's talk about the boundaries, and I will call you back within this time, And so that was kind of difficult. And you have clients like that who
Yes.
just, don't understand the boundaries. They're calling, late at night. They're texting,
goodness.
emailing, like, hey, did you? And it's like, wait a minute.
Like, chill.
Right. So you really have to, just give those boundaries, have those work hours. Like those are those things that really help you cement that and
Yeah.
say, you know what? These are my office hours.
And we will go no further.
Right.
Yeah.
But I ended up, responding to the email and just affirming and thanking the client for expressing what they were feeling. I apologized for the things that went wrong, but I also stood firm on the things that were outlined in the contract and the things that were done well and with excellence. And I also offered some additional pictures, prints to kind of soften everything, because at the end of the day, I do not want you going and saying Gianna Snell Photography,
I got you.
dot. Now you can't control everybody. There are some clients that refuse to be happy.
Ooh,
but
that's a line.
Yes.
Ooh.
Put it on a shirt.
Oh, there are clients who refuse.
Refuse. They will never be satisfied.
Never.
Yeah.
That's why I say when there's no end goal, there's no finish line.
Right.
We're just running.
Right.
When do we finish? Just keep running. It's like, bruh, no, you refuse to be happy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so good. Yeah.
But we were able to kind of reach a point, where we were able to kind of move forward and say, you know what, that the way it started may not have been right, but we're going to end this thing right, So I offered a credit and offered additional images, and we were heavy on the communication from then forward, And I will say, those type of experiences have, there's been like a handful of them. They stung me enough to make me pivot and just do things differently, listen to the things that needed to be done differently, and then also include those things in the contract that, hey, we need creative license. These are my office hours. This is the expectations. Because some things are just unreasonable. People are just unreasonable sometimes.
That's in the
and
grocery store.
right.
Hey, so I was thinking. No. No. We're not going to talk about this.
Not the time, not the place.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
And that's for businesses. You have to be able to take it off and pick it up.
Got to.
Put it over to the side and say, okay, I'm no longer in business mode.
Set your hours.
And
stick to them.
Yeah.
It's hard though, like
it is
when you love what you do, right? And it's just like you live, breathe, and eat this.
So I will I totally agree with you. But what helped me is having hours for interaction with clients.
That part. Okay. Yeah.
Because I will work at night.
Oh yeah.
I will
That's
work
my
at
best
night.
time to work.
Right.
But I will not be talking to the client.
No.
And let me tell you, that schedule email thing that Google has done.
Yes. Come on, automation.
It's good.
Come on, automation.
Send that at 8 a.m.
Yes.
Send that
within
at 9
the
a.m.
business hours.
Right.
Send it at 1 p.m. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because they'll text at 10:30
Yes,
and be
will.
like, so are my edits ready? Or, hey, da-da-da-da.
What? No,
I don't
you be
texting.
texting.
I don't respond because I'm just like, during office hours.
That just happened for me yesterday. She called yesterday and then text. I did not respond.
Yeah.
She called me back today and I answered the phone.
Some people
Say
will do
you
that.
are really good at that, like the language and you put the autoresponders on when you're away. Like all of those things help to set that expectation. You're not going to hear from me.
Yeah. People with what she's talking about, people will do with the quote. They're waiting for the quote and they're just blowing you up. Hey, do you have the quote yet? You have the quote? You have the quote? Can you send me the quote? Then I send them the quote.
And then crickets.
Right.
I sent an email. Did you receive?
Where's that energy?
Did you get
Where's that same energy at?
You called 5 times. It's been 3 days.
Right.
Did you get the quote?
Correct.
Yeah, I got
That
it. I got
irritates me so much.
No more details. I was
It
like,
irritates
look,
me so much.
Yeah.
That part is just, it gets under the skin. You're just like,
Yeah, like
I had to work on the quote.
Side
I had
eye.
to stop what I was doing.
Side eye.
right. Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
And I've learned, listen, one of the wisest thing I always heard was to like build your client avatar and know who your client is. Like who is your ideal client? And the pace that I work with is, as a creative, I learned early on, weddings is not my thing. Why? Because I have to work fast. I have to create fast.
Yes.
And that always, didn't gel well with the way I create.
Yeah.
So like running around with you guys as children in a field and waiting for them to smile and putting in the time, that's me. You know what I mean?
got you.
Like
yeah.
spending 2 hours with a,
to catch the shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's my pace. And so when people come at me and they're just like, so will I get the pictures back that day? I already know, because you're asking that question, that you're not my client. We're not for each other. And it's not a bad thing. It's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay. Now, most of the time, the clients that are drawn to me, like I literally had a reveal last night where the lady was selecting her pictures. It's 50th birthday. She was shocked that we were looking at her pictures a week after. She was like, they're already ready for me to view?
Wow.
I didn't know it would be this quick.
Set that expectation.
Right.
Yeah.
And you gotta, under promise,
yes,
over deliver,
Yes.
But like I'm now attracting the clients that value quality over quickness.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And my cousin always told me it cannot be quality, quick, and cheap. Like
you can't.
No,
something's
not
work.
Yeah.
Something's got to go.
Right. And so I'm so thankful now, and I know when somebody's like, is it, can you get a shoot tomorrow? And then the pic. No. I already know as I'm typing out the response.
No.
This it's not a good fit,
We're not a good fit.
Yeah. Like for us, we have a timeline email that goes out this date, this date, this date. Don't call me in 1 week like, is it ready? No. It's not. Sorry. No.
Yeah.
My dad taught. He always had a business. Always had a business. And so he would say to us, because he would tell us, oh yeah, this client, he wants this and this and this, and we're like, so why do you send him a quote? Why even send him a quote? And he's like, oh, I never turn down an opportunity. I just put an extra fee in there.
Oh
yeah.
I said, you put an extra fee in there. Because if for me to work with that client, based on what I know that client to be, I need to make it worth.
Worth your while.
Absolutely.
I need to be able to look at that invoice and be like, yes.
A little frustration.
Oh, you're calling again?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's in the budget there.
It's in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
I put it in there. There's a line item on there for this call right here.
Yes, those are those exceptions.
Those are the exceptions.
Because we've all been able, it came at the right time.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like,
true.
thank you. I needed a little extra work this week.
I expected, this one lady
we'll turn it around.
I expected her to say no. I was when the deposit hit, I looked around like, oh snap, let me get to work, because now I'm excited to work with her.
Right.
Because that dollar will change it. It'll shift everything
It'll
around.
shift things.
You know?
But all money ain't good money though.
I will
That's
agree
true.
with you on this.
I've had some of those that I was like, never again.
See, this is why we keep on saying it here. There is no better client bureau. But if we continue to have these conversations, you start to begin to see the profile. You start to see the telltale signs. You start to see, even in the intake process, onboarding, discovery call, you start to be like,
Not this
I
one.
see who you are.
Thank you.
You're starting to look like.
Next.
Yes.
So when will you be free? I'm busy whenever you need me to be there. So all the times that you need me, I'm busy.
Right. And it's not personal. Sometimes it's just we're not a good fit for each other.
I think that's something that was new to me in business, was that from a client perspective, right? From a business perspective, yes, but I'm now starting to see it as a client as well. Like, I'm really just not a good client for that person.
Yeah.
The way I process, the way I do things, it's like they're actually good at what they do. I just am not their perfect client.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's something to be said for understanding the type of client that you are as well. And in business, you are also someone else's client at some point.
That's true.
Yes.
So you kind of have to balance that thing as well.
Yeah. And as a business owner, I don't think we should get discouraged and feel like, man, where are my people? Like there's somebody that wants what you do and how you do it and the speed you do it and the way that you see the world. So put your work out there. There's somebody that's waiting for you.
That's great encouragement.
It's okay.
That is
because
true.
sometimes we compare.
We do.
And I did that, when I was first starting out, like, man, they do 6 to 8 sessions a day, or they're turning around their weddings in 24 hours. Like, man, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, that doesn't work for me. I can't do 8 sessions in a day and be at my best.
No.
I do 2 sessions a day. At most,
That's the key right there. Be at your best.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can't compare and try to be someone else. Just operate in your gifting and how you do it. and it'll be appreciated.
I only want to say one little thing.
Because I was
here.
like, wrap it up.
Yeah, no, I know. One little thing, and that is simply that at your best is not just from a quality standpoint for your business, but at your best for the entire day, which includes family, which includes spouse, which includes interaction with friends and siblings. That balance piece, if you can't, it's not just, I could do 2 and still give quality, but I'm a wreck for the rest of the day. No. 2, and then I'm still okay. I can still go to soccer. I can still, interact with the child's coach that I'm not liking right now, right? Because I'm not liking. It's a little real. But no, these are some of the nuggets that we're hoping that you guys are able to pull from the conversation today. We just want to say a word of thanks to you. Man.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was good.
We wanted to have her on first season, but season 2 is when it needed to happen.
Yeah, this was perfect timing.
Yes, perfect timing. Just take a few seconds. They can see your handle on the screen right now, but take a few seconds, let people know how they can follow. Is there anything you got coming up? Anything they can support? Stuff like that.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram, Gianna_Snell_ photography.
Cool.
Also on Facebook, Gianna Snell Photography. I have a YouTube channel as well, still growing there.
Wait a minute.
But, you can find me on there. And the projects I have coming up are just centered around Black history.
Okay.
So just keep watching so you can see some of the goodness that's going to be coming out.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Excited. I will definitely be following.
Yeah.
Gianna, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with
Thank
us
you for having me.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
I've been enjoying you all show, so I'm just excited. I'm a fan, so I'm just excited to be on the couch.
Because we got a couch now.
Because
We have a couch. Until the next one, guys, thank you for joining us.
Man, it was so spicy. It was so spicy, I had to take my jacket off.
Yeah, he got too hot, y'all. And then he had to go get a fancy mic.
Well, it's the same mic. It's just, it's handheld. I actually prefer handheld. Yeah. There's somebody in the chat that gets it. David Hunt says, operating in your gifting at your best for the entire day. That is so good. Listen, let me tell you the major takeaway for me was there are clients who refuse to be happy.
That was a great point.
Oh, that's a bar.
Absolutely great point. Like, these clients, they're not going to be satisfied.
What?
No matter what you do, they will not be satisfied. Like,
they refuse to be happy. Do I have one witness in the chat? Like, refuse to be happy. Like, man, you do all of the things and they just cannot.
Yeah.
They're just like.
And that's what a contract is for.
Yeah.
You want how many? You want another revision? Okay, that would be that amount.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I try to warn too, because for me, I mean, it's the same. You have revisions for websites, revisions for for stream package, for graphics, videos, and stuff like that. And I'm like, y'all know, you've already done 2 revisions now. So anything you do after this is the final. I just want to let you know. After that, it's gonna be a whole different world. It's gonna be a whole different world. Hey, what's going on, Annie Marcelin? Thank you so much for coming through. Quality and quick don't work together. #, Gianna Snell. That's quality, quick, and cheap. Quality, quick, and cheap. You cannot get all 3. I want to make sure you get the whole thing. You cannot get all 3. You can get quality and quick, but it ain't gonna be cheap.
Nope.
You can get quick and cheap, but it's no quality. It's no quality. So let me tell you, that's a whole word. I receive it. Yep. Seesaw Studio says, amen, you got a witness and a testimony. Come on.
He knows, because he is a photographer.
He's a photographer as well. I even said to Kanique when you popped up in the chat of Seesaw that I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad he came through, because I know we're talking photography today.
Yep.
But that's good. No. We're just so glad you guys get a chance to come. Yeah, it's a whole word. It's a whole word, because you could keep tumbling that thing.
I'm trying to see what other points I was typing up on here, man. It was
there was a lot. There was a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Man, Gianna came through. season 2 gave us an entire message, and I hope that you guys received it, man. Because she was able to. There are some people who come on the couch and they need help interrogating their story. They need help to kind of pull from the story some of the nuggets of wisdom. She kind of came with a whole list,
already,
like, no, I edited this, I changed that, I realized this about myself, I realized this about the type of client I want. You know,
and
that
I really
whole
love
thing.
that she realized pretty quickly what is in herself, like how she works best. And you have to do that as a business owner.
Yeah.
Because you need to put those safeguards in place. Like if you know you're a last minute person, you might need to set your timeline in a way so that you can be successful. Those things for yourself.
Yeah.
Right away.
No,
when you get into business.
No best case scenario, y'all.
Because you can crash and burn quickly.
Yes, you can. Don't do best case scenario. The other thing I really enjoyed, and I don't even know if we touched on this with her, but the other thing I really enjoyed that I heard now that we're watching it back was that she identified where she could improve already. She kind of looked at the whole scenario objectively and said, okay, I probably shouldn't have done these things.
Yeah.
And immediately, made amends
changes,
for that.
And then she talked about knowing your client's avatar.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about that. Know your target audience.
Yeah.
You have to know who your target is. It's not everybody.
It can't be everybody.
It can't be. You can't
It
service
can't be.
everybody.
No.
Know who your target is, because that's how you will be successful.
Some people are heavy on communication. Some people are not.
Yeah.
And some people are heavy on creativity, and some people are not. And I'm talking about both the provider and the client, right? And you want to find a match. You want the person who needs that heavy communication needs a provider who's going to be heavy on the communication. We know ourselves to be that way. I know for us, even with our kids' school, we want heavy communication. And so that's why they're at the school they're at now, because they give us heavy communication. And I mean, I'd rather that
than nothing,
than the other side. And then for some people, they may get annoyed with that and say, man, that's way too much, email. Now I ain't gonna lie.
It is a lot
it's
of
a lot
email.
of email. they way heavy on the communication, but
we on top of things though.
We are informed. We can never say we don't know what's going on. We're not. We are informed. So same thing in business. You definitely want to find your niche, find your space, your lane, and then find those clients that work with you there. Equip Institute, she says yes to the heavy communication. Hey, that's it for some people, right? It gets you across the line.
It does,
so definitely enjoying that. Hey, I got on the Incubators couch shirt today, y'all.
He didn't tell me nothing.
Hey, some of us are on brand,
Whatever,
I just want to
You
keep
ain't got no incubator couch hat.
Well, that's why I'm wearing this hat. Is there an Incubators couch hat?
There isn't, but you should not be wearing another brand's hat during the show. How about that?
Well, I was about to go back and forth, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave it alone. You don't have on any branding, so how about that? But I'd say this, the reason why I brought up this shirt is because, there are some shirts available for sale.
Yes, there are some shirts, y'all, and we should be putting out a new one hopefully soon, because we got some great ideas for shirts. We need to start putting on a shirt.
Yeah, we need to get a couple of those shirts done.
But if you're going to talk about the shirt, are you going to show the graphic for the shirt? Can you show the graphic for the shirt?
I can, but I have to play the unscripted video first.
Well.
Do you want to play that?
Well, yes. So for those who came on a little later.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we talked about Incubators Couch is now being shown on a different platform, y'all.
That's correct.
On a different platform, unscripted.tv.
Unscripted
with a K.
Unscripted with a K. With the K on there, that's brand. That's on brand for us.
And the first episode aired today, and we also did the interview before that episode aired. And we will share that on our social media platforms as well, so you can catch it as well. But we're going to show their videos so you can check them out yourself.
Here we go.
There's an unwritten culture of being black. We wear bonnets to protect our hair. We dress with style and create new trends. There's even an art to washing our clothes. We make self-care and therapy cool. We shop black-owned to support our community. Unscripted is an interactive shopping television streaming network that aims to redefine the narrative in the Black community. The content is Black-led, the brands are Black-owned, and the network is too. We believe entertainment and shopping should be fun, so we created a way to do both. Businesses can join our marketplace and advertise through our network, and viewers can watch TV and buy products that they like instantly. Working together is definitely something to celebrate. Join our community today.
Yes. So that is Unscripted. That is Unscripted, and I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. Season 1 will be playing on Unscripted every Monday for the coming few weeks.
Yeah, we've got 24 episodes, so for the next 24 Mondays.
And then of course, first of all, I want to say to Reality Sisters, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us tonight.
You.
I totally agree with you. We're long overdue for an updated
we are.
family photos. I mean, the kids are way bigger now, but what I will say is they even still now when people come to the house, they're like, whoa.
Who took those pictures?
Who did these?
Wow.
Because they are absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much for that comment, Reality Sisters. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Ibrahim, look, it's right here. Am I pointing the right way?
There is no mug, but there are shirts.
There are shirts. There are shirts. iCouch.live/merch. And you can find a number of different types of shirts, hoodies. We don't have this one yet. In fact, this is one that we normally give away. Is that right?
Yeah, we do. We usually give away the one with the logo on it.
With the logo on it. But we will.
If you want the one with the logo, let us know and we'll put one up.
Yeah. Let us know and we'll put one up. We would love to do that for you, with you. Man, we always like to kind of close it out with hearing some of the things from you guys. But I mean, if you don't have anything, that's all good too, because it is 7:56. So we just got about a couple minutes left. We're right there.
I am all for finishing early too.
David Hunt coming through with the links. Thank you so much, David Hunt, for the link, iCouch.live/merch. Man, we are excited. As you can see, God is opening doors for this space. The interview we had with Unscripted was phenomenal.
Fire,
I mean, it was absolute fire.
We will share it.
Yes, we will. We will be definitely sharing that. It's good to be able to chat with folks who are also, trying to push and move in the community. They're also very much focused on businesses and entrepreneurs, just kind of like how we are as well. Even though their directive is a lot more specific to the Black community, but it's a subset of our community here as well, and we're excited about that. Incubators Couch, y'all. This is what it's all about. Season 2, and we already on it. Listen, God just opened up doors. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got another one locked and loaded for you guys next week. We hope that you come back through and hang out with us. Tiana Nixon is going to be our guest.
Yes.
That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good, y'all.
I was looking to see if you had, I don't know, anything else?
No, that's it, y'all. Let us end on a good note. Incubators Couch is Unscripted.
Oh, you're actually going to do the
conversations with
entrepreneurs
and small business owners just like you. Catch us next Monday at 7 p.m. CST.
I needed to be ready with the outro after she did all that, but no, the reason why I chuckled is because there's no small in there.
Business owners.
That's right. Anyway, fam, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Always a pleasure. We don't take your time and attention for granted at all, and we're excited for this space to grow, and we'd love to be able to have more of you on the show. We'll see you in the next one. Later.